Hello and welcome, Diabetes the Second here, back again with some Dragon Warrior Randomizer. We've got another group together for another community race. We are going to take advantage of that. Go ahead and get ourselves squared away here soon. Oops, sorry about that. Mouse a little fritzy, wanting to double click when I don't actually double click. Stop it! Okay. Alright then. Waiting for one person to ready up. Once they do, we'll be underway. Random sprite this time, so we will hopefully get something we haven't seen in a bit. Standard flags as per the usual. Just a reminder as to what those flags actually are. So randomized overworld map, town and cave locations, chest and search spot treasures, enemy zones, skills, spells, hero stat growth and spells, 75% XP requirement, scaled metal slimes, and repel in dungeons. Last person has readied up. We'll be underway here momentarily. Yep, Fat Boy, bonus race. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Christine from our Kista's Ring, a character that nobody knows in a game that nobody played. But it's in the rando, so let's go. How do we start off this time? We have wings, so bonus key. Some cash, which is nice. Heal and outside. 11, 11, 24, and 12. Got off a call a bit early and had some extra time, so why not? The extra gold in the throne room also allows us the ability to fill up on keys, so not only can we check the treasure here, we can also do that. Alright. We have gold. First belt. Erdrick's sword. Another sword seed and fairy water. The gold in the bottom right. That's fairly surprising. It's definitely a game that I had not heard of at all, and had never played until I found DWR and didn't have any idea what the sprite was. Swamp North. That is a bit surprising. It seems to be an interesting-ish game. On the other side, we have Swamp. And some land to explore. Well, we're not going to get to explore a lot of it. We might have been able to take out the wolf with 2 swings if we got first strike and he didn't hurt Morris, but alas. Speaking of the wolf, it's on this continent too. Try to avoid that, pick up a quick level or 2. Additions with heal more. See what we've got here at level 2, 1, 4, 9, 0, spell, several. Nice. And a town. It's Breck. Full plate, silver shield, so as soon as a gold grind makes itself known, we know where to pick up some equipment. Really? Can you get out of the shop? You are blocking the way. Thank you. All NES rounds list wanted to aim for real for once actual NES, but it seems to require. Yeah, that's I guess probably was the better way to phrase that. Is nobody played it because nobody had it in the 80s and 90s. Certainly, there's a lot of games that people have kind of discovered over the years that are actually pretty good, but it's an interesting sort of puzzle shooter. I'm not even sure how to describe it exactly. Fill up on herbs, pick up a dragon scale, couple of torches, JIC. No, so NPCs cannot traverse that barrier, as we also find Sharlock up here. They can't go in between the interior and exterior buildings. They can be stuck in doorways, but they can't actually cross that barrier. 1602. As we find the wizard. Yeah, exactly. It's just another one of those potentially hidden NES gems. There certainly are a lot of games on the NES that are garbage that everybody had, but there's an equal number of really good games that, frankly, nobody had, either because they came super late in the NES life cycle, or they just, you know, they weren't well known. Bad branding, 3262, no spell. Does go through there to the north through the swamp. Or games that simply were just rare and weren't, you know, produced en masse, or perhaps got a very weak rollout in the US, or weren't even ported to the US market. Really? Droll, stop dodging, please. 25 only games, that's true. There were a number of disk system only games that never came over. There were plenty that did end up making it in cart form years later. 1, 12, 6, 14, and Healmore. But there definitely were a lot of games that just never made it over here for one reason or another. A lot of either like text-heavy or RPG games I know never really made it because the translation was just too much for, you know, the budget or whatever to warrant, or just a lot of extra work to do so. As we find another town here to the south. Town of Remoller, we already have keys, so that's not a concern, but we can check the shop. Although, realistically, the only thing we'd be interested in picking up, differently than what we saw to the north at Brack, would be magic armor. We're probably going to skip that. The inn chest has the Stones of Sunlight. That's our first quest item. Yeah, the NES library is pretty chill. There's a lot of garbage. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of garbage. But there's so many fantastic games as well. It's hard. I don't know exactly how many games were on the Famicom Disk System that ended up coming out here on carts. I know, for example, The Legend of Zelda, you have games like, I think Metroid also had an FDS release. Ooh. Wolflord also has sleep. That is less ideal. We can try putting him to sleep. Not necessarily the most efficient. He has 1 in 4 chance to resist. The greatest console add-on of all time. It very well may be, at least in terms of utility. 2, 1, 3, 5. There at level 6. This is a bit on the slow side. Perhaps we will try to put the Wolflords to sleep. Especially when we get unlucky and he sleeps us for 5 turns. Or we'll run the risk and try to do it without again and be stuck in the same position of a very long sleep. It's interesting that they never made a push to bring the FDS here. Again, I can only speculate as to why that may have been. I mean, peripherals already for a system may not have been... I mean, even the personal home computer phenomenon really hadn't made the US by that point, so the idea of add-ons may not have been something that people were interested in or they perceived people might be interested in. Cost concerns and such. Also, again, since it's an add-on or a peripheral, it does require a certain user base as well to start with. Although, certainly the NES had a lot of install base in the US, at least over time. Perhaps the zone isn't as good as it seems like it would be. Wolflords are great, but all the other enemies seem to be kind of garbage. Let's go through. There's a cave actually nestled in there as well. Interestingly. Accent will be great once we have hurt more, or a lot more HP than we currently have. Sounds like a plan. Hopefully you brought enough for the rest of the class. Definitely will be getting dinner myself after this. Staff turn in. Helpful to know where it is. Didn't need it right the moment. Kinda hoping for Mountain Cave or Grave to activate a gold grind. And a dead end. Axe Knights with Dragonlord Breath. It makes them a little bit less alluring for later. Not too bad, though. Very nice. Quick 90 XP. Can't take this one out, though, without, oh my gosh. Every step a Demon Knight. And we're dead. Welp. Important to stay alive and keep accruing experience points, but I do think it is worthwhile to try to explore and find a good grind zone. Wizards are too strong for us, Demon Knights are definitely too strong for us. The Wolves, now that we have a little bit more attack power and more than 45 HP, are a little bit more fightable, despite the hurt more. We can two-shot them. Nice crit. North of Breck just goes to a dead end. Two more XP for level 8. Oh. Apparently one tile higher gets us into another zone. We saw a Warlock likely in this zone, which could make it good, except for Wraith Knights have Dragonlord Breath. Didn't even get the whole sentence out. Alright, now we've got level 8. 11, 2, 2, 0. Hurtmore. Okay, let's go. Goes further to the west, goes south. And red dragons. The options now, we can check the Swamp Cave Spike Tile, see if we have an Axe Knight or Armored Knight there. We can also go to the southeast. We know that we saw Axe Knights in the wild down there. Check the Spike Tile first. You can also use the opportunity, if it's not something good, to go ahead and check on the other side of the Swamp Cave again. We are definitely in position that we have the resources to explore and get out there and do stuff. So, finding a good grind zone is going to be top priority. So far, we just haven't found one. Blue Dragon is not ideal. Hurtmore makes it even less so. And there's red dragons in the mountain cave. And the swamp cave. Red dragon for 54. Well, if we don't get back attacked by the Wraith Knight, the zone to the north might be worthwhile as well, worth considering. Problem is, we can't get back attacked. And with 40 agility, that's still not unlikely. It's not likely, but it's not unlikely either. Is this zone also 3 zone 0 enemies plus Axe Knights? And wolves, apparently. Axe Knight's also with heal. That's actually good. That's an opportunity that he had to Dragonlord Breath us that he didn't take. And that gets us exactly to level 9. 1, 2, 4, 12. No spell. A little bit more HP would have been nice. If we can get over 72, we'll be Dragonlord Breath safe if we're at max. Wow. Bonus Axe Knight. Did just enough damage to take him out. I will take that. Also, Axe Knights in this zone. I think this is the same zone that has the Wraith Knight and Warlock. Or we've moved, like, 2 tiles to the left and taken us to the same zone as we saw down south. One of the two. Either way, level 10. 9, 4, 8, 9. Radiant? Haven't found anything new, I don't think. We did pick up Hurt More at level 7? 8? So we have Hurt More. Just trying to find a good spot to grind. The Swamp Cave has blue dragons, so not ideal there. The Swamp Cave itself also has red dragons just chilling in there, so we didn't make it all the way across when we tried. Axe Knights also have heal, so slightly safer if we don't kill them in one hit with Hurt More, that they will take the opportunity to heal instead of burning us down. Technically now at 70 we can survive a breath attack, if it rolls in the lower half. Or is that? Probably prefer to go back to the south, at least we were in desert tiles down near Remulder. Opposed to forest tiles here with the same zone. Not sure where I found that Wraith Knight somehow. Sorry to hear that. I mean, it is a, you know, now 35-plus-year-old piece of hardware, and hardware will break down over time. But that stinks. Still no repel. Hey, Metal Slime. Does look to be a dead end over here, so still a couple ways we can go. Southwest of Remulder, where we saw red dragons, to the east of the castle, where we took a death earlier, to Demon Knights. Okay. And then across Swamp Cave, of course. In the interest of choosing the thing that doesn't have red dragons, fights are resource drainers against wizards and demon knights, but also worth very good XP, and they're very winnable battles. Took a risky swing there and survived with 1 HP. Wow. 2 dodges from the wizard. Lane style encounter rate, you're killing me. Looking to see if I can do some exploration. We do find a town here to the east, and it's Hawksness. Of course it is. I have no resources. Likely to die here to the Spectre, but we one-shot it. Take that. Oh yeah, Hawksness always knows when to make its appearance. 0350, and a cave here to the south. And it is Mountain Cave. We know there are red dragons here. That's why I'm not bothering to heal up or anything. Because I know that I'm about to die. But that is our potential source for a gold grind, so we will probably head right back. We'll hit up Hawksness on the way. Also follow the southern edge of this and see if there's anything down here. Doesn't look like it. And the back attack, Dragonlord Breath. Only thing we couldn't have happened there. Perhaps my fault for not healing up, but he did 70 damage, which is our max HP anyway, so it would not have... Well, I guess we have 75 now after that last level, still. So sad. Yeah, we knew they had it, but, I mean, we also didn't know that Wraith Knights were there, and he back-attacked us, so we had no chance. I think we're definitely behind compared to the last seed. I think that the big difference between that one and this one so far has been the easy access to a good grind. We've definitely taken more deaths in this one, for sure. We took only maybe like 3 or 4 deaths the entire last seed, and a couple of those were intentional. Like you said, things can change very quickly, though. I don't think we're necessarily on pace for sub-hour. It probably depends. I mean, if we have, you know, an Axe Knight here in Hawksness, and we find the armor, and then the other 2 pieces of Erdrick's, or our quest items are in the Mountain Cave, all of a sudden we're a Jerk Cave away from grind and go. You know? So it just depends on what we find when. In case of back attack by Wraith Knight, keep HP over 72. Red Dragon. Probably unlikely we take this out. Not impossible, but we'd have to roll very well and he'd have to roll poorly. Yeah, kind of figured. One thing we do have in this seed compared to the last one is we had even earlier E-access. But our lack of defensive equipment is definitely putting a big damper on our plans. Exactly, fat boy. What armor and shield are we wearing? What armor? What shield? We saw that Breckenary does have full plate silver shield, but unfortunately we just... Or, not Breck. Romolder. No, Breck. We found Breck first. Top chest in the mountain cave is empty. Second chest also empty. Magic key. First belt. I think that's the first of the seed. Actually, I think it's the second. I think we found one in the treasury as well. So 2 search tiles active. As we find the golem, we do not have the fairy flute. And the golem can hit hard. As demonstrated. So 1 chest left in the mountain cave that we are unfortunately unable to pick up. Yeah, we've seen quite a number of tougher encounters, and again, I think the other big thing is our lack of defense. Keep in mind, we picked up Erdrick's armor fairly early in our last race. So that's an extra 28 defense. That makes a big difference. And we picked up a large shield not too long after. So both of those, I think, combined make a big difference. If we were able to sit and grind somewhere, that would make all the world for us. I mean, in the long term, that's probably only like 3 to 6 damage off per swing, but 3 to 6 damage when we're at that particular HP might be the difference between surviving and dying. Or being able to be two-shot by something and not being able to be two-shot by something. So this time, we will pick up Silver Shield plus Full Plate. So a solid 44 extra defense. And yes, that's the other big thing too. I mean, especially for the Dragonlord Breath that we faced. Max of 48 versus max of 72 also makes a massive difference. Especially when you have less than 72 max HP for a lot of that time. Okay. With 31, can we do this with only 3 heal mores? If we lose a bunch of HP on the way, perhaps not. I agree. The magic armor and I think probably the magic armor for that reason is underrated. I think Erdrick's armor kind of gets the hype that it deserves for the most part. But magic armor really can have a pretty important role in some seeds for that reason. With that extra 44 defense, we're now taking like 5 to 10 damage less per swing. So no more 50 pluses. We're barely in range where we can be hit still for 40 plus. I say as the red dragon hits us for 42. Nope, didn't roll very well there on the offensive side. Lots of low teens. We can roll up to 20. Plus, we just had our resources sapped before we had the opportunity to get to that fight. Yeah, I mean, the other option is just go elsewhere. Like, do literally anything else. 24, 3, 11, 1. That's going to make it a lot easier. Right after I get killed by this Demon Knight. Please don't let this be another level 16 repel seed. That would make me kinda sad. Without the sword from the beginning, it definitely would be a lot more challenging. I think that the opportunity to sit in the opening zones would have presented themselves for a lot longer. Like, we had just a huge impetus to get out of zone 0, 1, 2 very quickly because of the sword. So I probably would have sat and grinded for longer, so I'm not sure if we'd be super far behind. Keep in mind we also have Mountain Cave here to the east and a gold grind with Flame Sword in Breck. So, might not be as far behind as you might think. But we'd also have to get through Mountain Cave with Red Dragon, so... Still not easy. Mostly hoping for the armor here. Not, it is the Death Necklace. Not required, but could be helpful. Also got a blue dragon grind potentially under the castle, although we just learned that the blue dragons have sleep and hurt more. So perhaps not what we would like to see. Especially since I do not believe we've learned Stop Spell yet. Oh, we have. Never mind. Still, blues can have up to a 50-50 chance of resistance to Stop Spell, so no guarantee that that would even be a viable strat. Potentially, it's just going to depend on what our stats are and what we're looking to do for a grind, but it's definitely something to keep in mind that it's like, oh, if my stats are super borderline, if there's blue dragons, I can be put out of my misery very quickly. DWR does have a way of doing that to new players. Get stuck with something awful, and it's like, well, we're numb to it because we've seen it so many times. We expect the pain. Okay, it goes further to the east, goes south. Bottom of the map. Lots of plains-tile scorpions down here, unfortunately. Goes to the north, dead ends to the east. Repel sure would be nice. Looks like this connects to what we branched off from before. I'd say so. As we take out the wizard for level 13. 2, 6, 11, 28. Very nice. No repel. Agility starting to creep up into an acceptable range, around 60. But you can see we're not having the best luck running from stuff. As we run into an encounter on every step. Aha! Some towns. Here's Cole. The other is going to be Cantlin or Garenham. Either one is going to be good, because one has search tile location, potentially. As we find Erdrick's armor. Very good. Garenham has 3 chests and a cave location in the back. It's Cantlin. No need to check any shops. We're good on keys. $65 south, 74 east. That honestly could be not too far from where we are. Unfortunately, without the princess, we have no way to know exactly. Eastern edge of the map, and a dead end. Probably return home, go save the princess. There are some other branch points here, but they're much further to the southwest. Would be a pretty long walk back. Good on resources. Worth it, I think, to go ahead and pick up the coordinates now. That way, if it is the harp, we can do the staff turn-in, and if we find Token and the Jerk Caves out there somewhere, we can just do the turn-ins and not have to backtrack that portion. Could also be the Token. We also have the Fairy Flute out there somewhere. So we might be able to skip it if it's the flute. Stop spell missed, because of course it did. And we were slept for 4 turns and killed. Yeah, when you get slept for that long, there's not much you can do. Definitely we had a better chance because of Erdrick's armor. We didn't take as much damage from Herkmore. But, yeah, if you're asleep for 4, 5, 6 turns, your odds are not great. Or if you get back attacked, like that. Again, stop spell resistance can be as high as 8 out of 16. Doesn't mean it is 8 out of 16, but has the potential to be. Now that time we did hit. That's helpful. Wow, we rolled miserably against that blue dragon. I think on average we'll kill him in less than 3.5 swings, and it took us 5. Oh, we just got back attacked by a ghost. Yeah, stop spell was very clutch in getting that blue dragon out of there. Makes it a very safe fight. The problem is if it has high resistance, we can't really tell after 2 casts. Maybe we got extremely unlucky after the first one. And he actually only has 1 out of 16 resistance, but without more data, we can't tell. And I will keep my head in mind here that this may not be the right play. There's only a 2 in 3 chance that whatever we go and pick up here is something that's required. It could also be the flute. So, again, it is a bit of a, not a risky play, I would say, but it is a play that does require some trade-off in terms of time. And I believe I should be able to access the area that's needed. I think it's going to be way down in that dead end that we saw earlier. No, not down here. East and then south. I think. Damn it. It is the flute because of course it is. All I can say is hopefully there's a nasty golem somewhere to make that play worthwhile. So, bottom chest in the mountain cave, the grave, back of Garenham, Stones Cave, Tablet Cave, all places that remaining quest items can be. Also gotta find the Rainbow Drop Turn-In as we find a cave here off to the northwest. Gonna be tablet. 1 chest here, no encounters. We do have outside for a quick egress. There very well could be, and there very much is the potential for us to save a heal more with that. And our 3rd Cursed Belt, telling us that the search tile has something, which we already knew. Thank you. Thank you, Tablet Cave. And the western edge of the map. Hey, Super Boss, welcome in. Free money you probably don't need at level 13. Nope, we are maxed out. We already did our gold grind a bit earlier. We got all the equipment, we just need the harp and the token. Welcome in as well. Hopefully you're having a good Monday afternoon. Or evening, depending on where you're located. As the Star Wyvern also with sleep. And we with 80 defense and no repel. Dead end, dead end. There's another cave. And it goes on into the corner. Alright, this has got to be the grave. Nope, it's the other end of Swamp Cave, actually. Interesting, so one continent. And a dead end. I totally understand about it being dark at much earlier times than I would like. I am not looking forward to daylight savings ending. Fortunately, that's not for a while yet still. So what does this even leave us? There's another branch east of here that we haven't explored. And then beyond that, it's west past Mountain Cave and east past Hawksness, I think is it, unless, again, I've mismapped, which does happen more than I would like. Doesn't seem like we're really able to access the northwest corner of the map at all. It's raining. Yeah, that'll do it too. Fortunately, it's been relatively dry in my area. We might... Yeah, it's actually looking kind of miserable out. It's a mixed filtered clouds right now, but definitely some stuff coming in on the horizon. Triple run fail from a gold man at level 13. Oh, game. Okay, I think that was the last of the exploration down here, so yeah, there's just not much left to check, I think. Especially since this is one continent. Oops. Low agility is the worst. Not that it's super low, 60 is not that bad. But geez, we cannot run from anything. That's Mountain Cave there. I'm guessing east of Hawksness has to loop up to the northeast corner. It has to at this point. Please, level 14. Repel. One, 14 for no spell. Agility should help with running from some stuff, though. And nothing else down here. Really mean to attack the golem there, but since we've already done damage to it, why not? Still slightly short across the board on resources, as golems we learn have hurt more. Actually not terrible. Nice post Earthmore crit. As we find another dead end. Really going after these because our grind tiles, although the red dragon's probably grindable now, blue dragon with sleep is not ideal in the swamp cave. Just think, this was a sword start, too. And we're hour 7 plus. Still looking for 2 quest items. Every step an encounter. I'm gonna pick up a whole level on this island of 100 square tiles. Double crit golem, let's go. Hey look, a golem. That's true. Their sleep is... theirs is probably more annoying than it is for the blue dragon. Although, again, with Erdrick's armor now, it's a little bit less severe. I was gonna say, this better not dead end, otherwise I'm gonna be very unhappy. But it does extend into the north, which, again, it has to. Yeah, you gotta love the rolls sometimes. Attack power of 112, we can crit anywhere from 56 to 112, so sometimes you get the good rolls, sometimes you don't. Alright, a town and a couple of caves has to be here to the west. Nowhere else for them to be. Oh, there's a town. That's Garanham. That's going to be one of the caves. Just critting everything. For the harp and the token, we find fairy water. There's the token. And a torch, which we already have. Is the grave. There is still one chest in the mountain cave. The very last one I didn't dig out because we got run blocked a couple of times by... Was that a stone man? Never mind. We find the silver harp, so we're done. Let's pick these up just because we haven't found the fighter's ring. We're here. Might as well. Yeah, especially since that fills us up, that's going to prevent us having to do another quick shopping trip. Not prevent us from doing it, but making it not necessary is... This has to be the... Okay, so we know where the jerk is. An interesting spot. We felt that a little bit about the last seed, where we found the flute in coal and a few other things. The seed has been generally sufficiently mixed up, but yeah, not even randomized. Not in the right chest, but it's in there. It's fine. Whoops. So close to level 15. Hoping for Repel. And it looks like there's our remaining cave there to the south, just across the screen. That would be the Stones Cave. Not sure if it's worth checking for the Fighter's Ring. Probably not. Alright, level 15. Stats not quite there yet. We have just enough HP, although that might push us there. 18-7. 18-7. Wow. What a level. Uh, 130. It's still like 15 attacks to win with only 10 heal mores. I mean, we are defense breaking the bottom half again. It's worth considering a dive and grind and staying off the repel. I don't know. We've got a grind right here. Let's just take it. Well, I actually have 11 heal mores, not 10. 119? I mean, with the likelihood of doubles, this is a doable level. I think it needs to be a good Charlock dive, but this is probably a doable level. So perhaps I should dive and grind. We'll burn our resources and then we'll go. We won't come back. Dodging. Hey, crit for 113. Pretty good. Did you like that animated emote? Only slightly animated, but it only needs to be. Alright, we're gonna fall just short of the level, unfortunately. I think we have Repel up. We're not gonna fight any encounters here in Charlock, although I could walk around real quick and see if I can grab one. We only need 16 XP. At this point, it's probably worth it. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. That's a song I haven't heard in a long time. Really? You're only gonna feed me stone men now? The whole game you've been feeding me garbage. Now that I want some garbage, I can't have it. 4, 0, 3, 18. We're good. The MP is what I wanted to see. I mean, in context, they are not exactly the type of garbage that I wanted. I am very picky, apparently. Sure. Let's see if it'll put the red dragon to sleep. Nope. I tried. That was a pretty timely back attack. I don't have any fairy water. I probably have the extra resources to throw Repel up. Let's just do it. Sometimes the game plays to your advantage, but only sometimes. So repelling wizards, star wyverns, green dragons, werewolves, which is nice. Fortunately, the top zone seems to be littered with armored knights. Armored knights from which we have difficulty running. More than one would predict with 80+ agility. It probably did, because I would have either needed to take another fight or play the flute again. It's the last step on this floor, just let me go. Thank you. Oops, already did the search. Not sure what your pronunciation is exactly, whether it's W-M-A-Doy, or W-Mad, or William Adoy. But welcome in. I'm having lots of fun with all of my Armored Knight pals. I have a torch, just use it. Wow, this has gone poorly. Good thing I got the extra level. There are so many armored knights. Why even put on repel when all the encounters are things that you can't repel? Hey look, Armored Knights! Also in Zone 2. Also impossible to run from, apparently. Down to 11 heal mores. I really don't want to go down farther than this. I think I would be okay to go down to 10. I could probably even go down to 9. We have enough HP for double attacks on DL2, but the more we can retain, the less reliant we will be on them. Hey Steel Golem, welcome in. Yep, Christine from Orchista's Ring. That's what the randomizer threw at us today. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. Can we repel them in this seed, please? Because they are literally the only enemy apparently here in Charlock. And there are a lot of them. Based on what we've seen, they've rolled in multiples in both zones so far. They had to have. Otherwise, I have the worst encounter luck ever. Hey look, something that's not an armored knight. It was his little brother, the axe knight. I don't know. I don't know if that's an accurate count. That's only 9. I think I had more than 9. Oh boy. Alright, bottom floor. I think I missed a thing or two in chat there. Yes, you did pretty much miss the entire run. Hour 26 for this one. We did have an earlier race as well that was much faster. That was nice. But yeah, hopefully we'll be wrapping things up here momentarily. And it is a golem, so it did turn out that the fairy flute was helpful. Yeah, you could say that. Our run luck has been absolutely miserable, and just in general, the lack of repel throughout the sea took just way too much time out of this one. We still should have pretty good odds on this. Thanks for the good luck. Thanks for the physical attack Dragon Lord as well. And we get first strike. Open with 15. $31. $47. $62. Incredible rolls to start so far. $78. $95. $110. $123. $136. $147. $161. Our range was 8 to 17, and we rolled like 15, 16, 15, 16, 17 to start the fight. What on earth? What a ridiculous Dragonlord fight. That should have been 13 attacks with 11 heal more, so we should have ended up with 1 or 2 left. We ended up with 4. That's insane. Gwaylin slowing us down. Yikes. So that is going to be a second place finish for us. Lord of the Synth took the win in this one. Beat us by about 5 minutes or so. We were just getting to the bottom floor of Sharlock. I mean, with as many encounters as we had in Sharlock, we certainly wouldn't have lost 5 minutes, but geez. The fact that we had to go to the northeast twice and we last locationed that area definitely set us up a little bit for some failure. seeking out the search coordinates might have saved a little bit of time in terms of the golem fight, but it turned out we didn't need the resources based on our rolls. So who knows? We got off to a little bit of a rough start. We took a lot of deaths, and I think that's probably ultimately where we lost the most time throughout this one. Did I consider Fairy Water? I mean, I did consider Fairy Water, but realistically, at level 15, at 130 attack power, I mean, Fairy Water, considering we had... Now, we could dump the Death Necklace, but we had the Flute, Wayland's Love, and the Rainbow Drop in inventory, so the most we can carry is 5. 7 to 15 damage versus 9 to 16 damage. You're talking 11 on average versus 12.5 on average, so 1.5. So you're due on average about 7.5 more points of damage. And at that point, 15 attacks, 11 heal mores. If we used 2 heal mores on the way down, we would have been down to 9. So we would have had to have gained +6. Which I don't think we were going to survive that. I just don't think... I mean, with the rolls that we had, sure. But I don't think there's really any realistic way we would have won at the previous level. Now, granted, I didn't have that information going in. But still. Yeah, it was because we were far enough off that I didn't think it mattered as much. At 130 attack power, you're only gaining, again, like 1 to 1.5 per swing. If we were at like 123 or something, or even like 126, where it's 6 to 13 and you're gaining like 2.5 to 3 points of damage per attack, the math definitely is a lot different in that case. If you're averaging like 9.5 to 10 per swing versus 11 to 11.5 per swing, there's just not as much benefit. And again, it's how how it turned out too. If it were a super easy Sherlock, then you could very easily say, well, you should have been good to go on the previous level. No issues, because you have opportunities for doubles at 119 HP or whatever it was that we had at 15. So it's all a bit relative. You can always, look at it in retrospect. And again, we also rolled absolutely absurd during that fight. So it looks like we had a ton of space to give, when in reality we really didn't. I'm not sure how many swings we had there, but it definitely wasn't 12.5 to 13, which is the average. That's for sure. And that's true, no blue dragons would sleep in Sherlock, at least that we saw. We weren't repelling them, so either we got lucky and didn't see them, or they weren't there. See if we can get our screen up here as well this time. We had to reset our Bluetooth connection before, so hopefully we don't have to do that again for this try. Be very annoying if that were the case. Does not appear to be so. And if I didn't say it, thanks for the GGs, everybody. I totally kind of skimmed over that. So Super Boss and Steel Golem. Again, I'm not sure of the pronunciation, but W.M. Adoy, or however you'd prefer. Fat Boy as well. Yes, I did indeed finish second. Fits with the name. Yeah, I think we actually had 2 doubles in that fight, on top of everything else. Granted, we would have had potential for doubles at whatever it was, 119, I think. But, yeah. If there were not so many Armored Knights, it would have made that dive much more doable at the previous level. I took the chance that it was going to be bad enough that I would probably need a heal more or two on the way. So it is what it is. So there's our map for the seed. I'll take a look and see what we did throughout this one. So we started off this seed, 11 strength, 11 agility, 24 HP, and 12 MP. So pretty decent starting stats. I forgot which spell we started with. We did start with something. But importantly, we did find a pair of wings and a gold chest in the throne room. So we had key access and a full load of keys right from the start. So we were able to do that. We checked the treasury and found Erdrick's sword also in the treasury, along with a potential gold grind in the Tanthagil treasury. So off to a great start. We did see Swamp South under the castle. We were able to get all the way through and immediately died to a wolf with Herkmore, I think, on the other side, so that didn't go for very long. So we kind of stuck around a little bit in the main area, went down to the south. We did see, we actually went to the north first. We saw the edge of Sharlock, we saw Breck. Breck had full plate, silver shield, so we were able to have the idea of a gold grind fairly quickly. Map looks shockingly a lot like your co-op map. I would have to go back and look at it. These tend to all blend together for me very, very quickly. So I'm not sure if it's if it really looks all that similar. I'm trying to remember what was even nearby in that seed. Anyway, how much better the maps suddenly look with this. So yeah, so new markers for one, and this is a slightly different camera setup, so it's possible that, you know, that may also be playing a role. I know that the quality is just a little bit better, and the frame rate is significantly better than what I had tried briefly for a few races. I mean, we were getting like 2 to 3 frames per second at most, and here you can see pretty quickly and without much lag that I'm able to move around pretty easily, which is nice. So next we saw Remolder to the south. We already had key access, and we were able to find one of the key items, the Stones of Sunlight, there in Remolder. Maps always look like organic chemistry, which is funny. I showed a picture yesterday. I don't have it still. Of course, I deleted it off the we'll show it afterwards. But I did have a molecular model drawing the last time. I'll show that after we look at the map here. But we saw Remolder to the south, did have the stone. Staff Cave was just to the east of that, and we were looking really for Grind Zone. Unfortunately, lots of Zone 0 enemies, even in Zones 1 and 2, and other zones as well. We found Wolf Lords in the zone to the south, but literally it was Wolf Lord and 4 Zone 0 enemies down here near Remolder. Up here near Breck, we were stuck with Axe Knights and Wraith Knights. Wraith Knights would have definitely been fightable with Erdrick's sword, except they had Dragonlord Breath, and the Wraith Knights, even though we picked up Herkmore shortly thereafter, also Dragonlord Breath. So that was a problem. Swamp Cave had Blue Dragons with Sleep and Herkmore, another non-starter, and Red Dragons and Hawksness. So really the big struggle in this one was finding a grind zone, and it really just never happened for us. I think that's probably the biggest issue with this seed. If we had found a grind zone earlier, I think we'd do a lot better. Mostly the shape of it with the last one. Yeah, I don't know. There's a big difference in the two no connection. I see. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, these zoom in and out of my head so quickly. Like by the time we finish talking about this and I erase it, I will not remember where anything was. If I open the seed tomorrow, I will be like playing it blind. A lot of these just pop in and out very quickly for me. So after that, we did go to the east and explore. We did see Hawksness, Red Dragon, and we saw Mountain Cave to the south, Red Dragon as well. So we didn't pick up any chests the first time. We did pick up 4 the second time. We were able to activate a gold grind and pick up all of our equipment in Breck, and then be on our way. Next, we kind of went down south and all the way around. Eventually, we got to Cole and Cantlin. Cole had the armor. That was nice. Cantlin did give us coordinates of 65 south, 74 east, which turned out to be like right here. The problem is we didn't have the princess, so yeah. So we ended up returning out of there after that. We did pick up the princess after learning that the blue dragons had sleep and hurt more. So it took 2 tries to do that. We returned the princess, we went back down, and unfortunately the coordinates were the fairy flutes, when at the time, all we had left to find were 2 quest items, and that was it. So the 1 in 3 chance happened. Next we went further to the southwest, found the other end of Swamp Cave, which we had walked out but didn't actually see any landmarks. So Swamp South, this was actually one continent, and we found Tablet Cave just to the north there again with nothing. That really only left us 1 area left to explore east of Hawksness, so we did that and we found all the remaining locations. Back of Garenham didn't have anything, but the grave did, wait. Is that right? We found the stone, or the silver harp in Garenham, and then the token in the grave. So we were able to get those very quickly. Picked those up. We took a quick look to see where the jerk cave was. We located it, went back, did our staff turn in, walked back again. So just a lot of back and forth. This one was required because the silver harp was up here. Did our turn in, did an extra little bit of a grind on red dragons here in Hawksness for level 15, and then off we went.